couple of the lads from the Bombers have come in to join us, Alan Lancaster and Tyrone Coates.
Here
how
we
are you,
are.
gentlemen?
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter to you too. We were expecting Mr. Brewster along. He's crook, is he?
Yeah, he's got one of those little things that we shouldn't really talk about on air. He's probably watching this in the bathroom.
Oh, lovely. Too many Easter eggs, huh?
Yeah.
Alan, when you put the band together with John, I mean, you'd come out of status. You've been based in Australia for a while, but coming from Status Quo, which was undeniably one of the biggest rock bands ever, how was it sort of starting right at the roots level again?
Well, I thought I must have been crazy starting all over again, but in this business it's a reality. If you start a new band, you do start all over again. It's as simple as that. And it's no difference really when you're on stage playing to 100,000 people or 1,000 people. The feeling's still the same. And I love live performances, and that's what I want to do. Carry on doing my thing and making progressive music. And this band's a joy to work with. It's fantastic empathy we've got together, and that usually takes a lot of time to get together. But we were very lucky with Tyrone and the guitarist and drummer, etc.
Well, you got hold of him fairly early on in the piece. You were the talk of Australia, I think, at the moment. There were several bands going for you, weren't there?
Well, yeah, one time there was, yeah, but I just came over here from Perth and was, doing some work around in a few different bands in Sydney, and ended up teaming up with Alan and John, and the songwriting chemistry was more or less instantaneous, so the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah, well, we hope the history continues. Well, you guys are one of the hardest working live bands out there. I mean, you always seem to be on the road, playing here, there and everywhere. What's the live scene like at the moment? We hear varying and conflicting reports.
Yeah, it does vary. I mean, we're a new band, really new band, and all the material we do is brand new, so that's always harder to get across to an audience than, say, covers bands, obviously. Because, so it's a bit hard for us out there at the moment, but the first 6 months we were together, we really groomed the band in by playing about 6 nights a week, and we did that for about 6 months before we signed to A&M Records. So the live scene is good for us as a whole, but of course nobody knows us yet, so we have to pick and choose our gigs very carefully.
Australia was always famous, and is famous, I guess, for the pub rock sort of tradition, but it seems now that some of the biggest drawing bands are the tribute bands, that they're everywhere. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, we don't like it really, we don't like it being exploited too much, because we feel it's it kind of kills the industry a bit, because it's very easy for... I mean, we're not against entertainment. I don't mind going to see a tribute band. I enjoy that occasionally, a good tribute band. But there's a lot of talent in this country, and a lot of people are working really hard, and I reckon this country's probably got more talent per capita than anywhere else in the world. And they're out there writing hard and performing hard to get recognition. And it's hard to let people to advertise your music unless it gets plenty of radio play, of course. And if it doesn't get radio play, there's too much of this going on. And of course, record companies get a little bit nervous about signing up local talent.
Well, you've got the new album now. I should give that a bit of a look. Aim High is the title of the new Bombers album, the debut Bombers release. Seems funny thinking of you as a debut artist.
I'm a new one.
Yeah. we should play some music. This is World's on Fire. Let's have a look at the Bombers in action from the Aim High album. Here we go.
Trying to find something better, searching through these broken dreams. Baby, now the dust will settle. Well, is it worse than it seems? But now you're giving it all seems to be some resistance as the notion settles in. You better judge it from a distance.
Oh, yes, Tyrone Coates singing his heart out there. That's the Bombers. World's on Fire. Some pretty graphic footage in there. Do you guys see yourselves as a band who, you know, want to say things about the state of the world and comment on society and environment and all that
We
stuff?
see ourselves as realists, you know, we like real music and, you know, real events, and we're a live band, and I suppose the video is in, you know, keeping with the way we feel.
Yeah, I guess we don't want to wave the flag too much and make any sort of political stands or anything like that, but yeah. I guess when we write lyrics, I think, you know, we try to make sure that lyrics have got some sort of story to them, and they're accessible to people, basically. They're not, you know, too deep and meaningful and, you know, written about a pile of old rubbish, but we try to get the message across.
How's radio take? I mean, you've had some good radio support some places, in other places they're probably, what, a bit tough and a bit, bit too much rhythm guitar, aren't they?
Well, yeah. There's John. It's all right, mate. Don't worry about it.
Thinking of you.
Yeah, we've not, I mean, typical comment from radio at the moment is we're too tough for radio, so you're going to have to go out and buy it to hear us if you want it.
Yeah, well, the album's out. Yeah.
But we've had some good support in Queensland. We're really pleased with the response up there, and Newcastle. Actually, JPY's given us a bit of support. He does a radio station in Newcastle.
Yes,
and where it's been played, the response has been good, and we're pleased with that. But I think the next single, I think we'll, you know, release a ballad.
a big ballad, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people are going to get the chance to see you firsthand on some international tours. You're supporting Alice Cooper, which should be an interesting experience working with Uncle Alice. That's
fantastic. Yeah, it's perfect timing too, because the album would have been out, you know, about 2 weeks or so by then, and it's going to be great working with him for sure. Yeah.
I've actually worked with him in the past, you know, on a few festivals and things. He's a pro, and he's got plenty of energy, so it should be good. It should be a great one.
You're also going out with Skid Row. That's later in May, and we wish you all success with those concerts and with the album and with your continued success. Keep working hard, man.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Happy Easter.
Likewise, Richard. Thank you.
Thank you. The Bombers. Tyrone and Alan on MTV, and we wish him well. Up next, your chance to win that fabulous book of Michael Cooper photographs, Blinds and Shutters, and we meet Lisa Stansfield.